All right, guys. So, yeah, I mean, I was 100% about the market yesterday. So many people talked smack to me yesterday morning, telling me that I was crazy, that I was the only person that was thinking the market would rebound yesterday. And I'm just lucky I got it on video, man. I'm just lucky I got it on video because if not, nobody would give me credit for it. I already know. Um, the logic of why the market rebounded yesterday is very, very simple. It was down so much already. You know, the stock market doesn't react day of to news. The stock market reacts days before that. And, you know, the market was down ridiculous like 5+% the week before that. And so I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. I'll say it again. The question you have to ask yourself is how much worse will this get? Not how much worse can it get? How much worse will it get? And I don't think it'll get too much worse. And so with that, I think most people are going to see some side of that, especially larger investors. And, you know, they're going to be buying up these dips, at least on a short-term basis. Now, the market might completely reverse and come back down, but I was 100% correct about the rebound yesterday. You know, I even made a video on it, clipping out exactly what I said. And if you guys didn't hear what I said, I'll figure out some way to post it. But hey, thank you, Mika. I appreciate you, bro. Dude, I ran that poll yesterday saying, hey, who thinks the market's going to rebound? And nobody did. Nobody did. And in fact, like I said, I even clipped it because yesterday on the stream, like, look, I posted it on Twitter. And this is what I posted on Twitter. And you guys can see it. But it's true. You know, like this is what I posted on Twitter. Can y'all hear the background? Can y'all hear the background? Let me know. Y'all should be able to hear the background. Can you hear the music in the background is what I'm asking. Yeah, happy Friday, guys. Okay, good. All right, so watch. This is what I said yesterday. I'm going to pause the music just so you guys can hear it, you know, because somebody said, look, I even said nobody thinks the market will rebound. That's what they told me. Somebody said that. I don't know. Let me see. Listen. Hold on. I got to restart it. There we go. Ready? Nobody thinks the market is going to rebound except you. I mean, it's not something y'all should get mad at me for. It's a limited risk trade. Let me put this in perspective. I think the market will probably drop today. Okay, just to put it into perspective. But there's a difference between the market will drop and understanding the difference of risk and reward in these situations. I think the reward side is bigger than the risk side on the upside today. I think there's more upside than down potentially. You know what I mean? If for my poker players out there, kind of like calling with 2-7 offsuit when you have 10-1 pot odds. Like you're probably going to lose, but when you win, you're going to win 10 times your money. And so it's a little bit more worth it. That's the same thing I'm doing here with the SPY. I don't think I'm going to win here, but if I do win, the market might rebound pretty heavily. And so with that, I'll have a larger reward potential than risk. You love to see it. That's all I'm saying. You love to see it, man. You love to see it. How did you know it would rebound? It's not even like I said in the video. It's not that I even knew it would rebound. I just look at things where a lot of traders should be looking at things in terms of risk and reward. A lot of traders are just trying to be right. And, you know, the reason I said that is because you have to look at the market always in terms of extension. And people might like I get it. One of the cool things to do is to be all doom and gloom in the market. But I think when you look at how the market actually reacts to things like this, like over history, if you look at how the market has always reacted to things like this, it's been rebounding usually on news stories like this. This is what the market generally does. And again, I think it's cool to a certain extent for other people to be all doom and gloom and be like, yeah, the market's trash. The market's just going to drop. And I think that influences their decisions. To where when I look at it, like I said in that explanation, I look at it in terms of like, I was a poker player before I traded the stock market. I'm looking at it in terms of like, okay, well, what are the odds in this situation? And I think there's more upside than down. And I think that betting that the market was going to rebound was a safe bet. And that's why yesterday morning you saw me buy I bought Apple, I think. I bought the SPY, I bought something else. But that's why, you know. Did y'all hear the video? Were y'all able to see the video? Let me know. But again, it has to do with just not going with the pack, man. As Warren Buffett famously said, it's better to be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. If everybody's saying, oh, the market's doom and gloom, the market's going to go down, and they're betting that the market is going to go down, and everybody's betting that the market's going to go down. Sometimes the market has this very strange habit of doing the opposite of what people think. And, that was a prime example. Let me know if you can hear the music. And honestly, if you guys remember what I really said yesterday, this is what I said. I said a lot of the times when the market drops as much as it did overnight yesterday, not tonight, but yesterday overnight, I said a lot of the times when the market drops this much, that at the opening bell, sometimes we're going to get some big runs at the open. And now eventually we might turn around and come back down. And so I honestly think that's might be what happens today, is that we might come back down, but I don't know. I really don't know. Like I said yesterday, I really don't know. All I can do is try to get into what poker players call plus EV plays, plus expected value. And I think the market will probably come back down today. I don't know though. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think the market will probably come back down today. And we'll see. We'll see. All I can try to do is get into plus EV plays and get into and bet on the market in terms of probabilities, not what's cool and not what the doom and gloom crowd thinks and not what the only bullish crowd thinks, and try to just bet it based off of probabilities. And that's what I always try to do, because it's been diluted, Jim. It's been diluted a lot. Yeah. It was exactly pawn. Hey, man, and I'm glad to hear that I could I know Pawn said that prior to me saying and being so bullish on the market yesterday, and I was, man. Like, if you watched the stream yesterday morning, I don't know if many people will give me credit, because I think a lot of people are just scared to admit that I know what I'm talking about with the market. But a lot of people were they weren't talking smack, but they were very critical on my bullish mentality yesterday at the open. I told a lot of people what I was doing. I said, hey, look, I'm buying the dip. This is why. And that's where I got that clip this morning that I just played from Twitter. Like, that's where I got that clip. Was what the heck? Oh my gosh, bro! I gotta get rid of this. Stop yelling, dude. It's too early for that. But again, if you could learn anything from it, just learn how I base things off of probabilities. And in terms of, and the other thing you got to think about it here is that the market reacts days before big events like this. They don't react day of generally. They react some, but like a lot of it's already baked into the market by the time the catalyst actually happens. And so the market was down so much, man. It was down so much already. Like, look at this. The market has dropped over 10% since January. Since January, the market's dropped over 10%. And so whenever the market's down that much, again, the question isn't how bad are things currently. The question is, how bad are things actually going to get? And, I don't think they're going to get that bad. I think they'll stabilize in Russia, and with that, we're going to get some rebounds in the market. And I think we might drop a little bit today, just because I think we rebounded really quickly yesterday. But again, you got to look at it in terms of how many people are already front loaded into these type of moves, and what's the likelihood that we just drop ridiculous amounts. And I think that likelihood is low, considering how much we had dropped already prior to yesterday, and that's why I was bullish. But it is what it is. And Pawn, you said you had a put option yesterday morning, but that after listening to me, you said you decided to buy a call option. Yeah, you said SPY going up today. You talked me out of holding my put this morning, and I switched to a call. Nice, man. Hopefully you made money, bro. We got CYRN going kind of crazy here. KAR. Is rebounded a word? No, I gotta look it up. Oh, it's not. Oh, rebounded. Hey, it is a word. Who knew? Rebounded was a word. I'm just gonna say the stock market rebound has happened. That's a little bit more. Is this too sad? It sounds too sad. All right, we got my little scroller list. What the heck, bro? Get out of here. It's too sad, dude. Unless it picks up like da-da-da-da-da. Okay, it did. I kind of like it. That's why I stuck with it yesterday. It's a little bit too sad though, but hey, we'll still listen. Hey, what's up, Graham? From the side, I look like I got wisdom teeth pulled out. In what way? Let me look at me from the side. Are you just trying to find reasons to criticize me, or are you trying to say I have a big chin? What are you saying, bro? I don't understand. You know? It was like the first 5 minutes I bought the put expecting a VWAP rejection, and then thought this thing already down 8 when you said that, and was like, he's right. Yeah. And which one, Pawn? And which one did you buy the put in? What's up, TK? Good morning, bro. Hey, what's up, TK? Hey, what's up, Brian? Oh, man, dude. Oh. Better than having a big forehead. I mean, yeah, I'm alright. What's the poll today? What's a good poll to do? What should we ask everybody? Do you think the market rebound will continue today? I think it's really what we got to ask. I think that's the only question. I'm bull or bear on today's market? Yeah, and all I can say is, like, I was right about the SPY yesterday. I was right about the market yesterday. Again, if you guys watched the stream, I talked about why I thought the market might rebound and what the plus EV play was with the market rebounding. And yeah, you love to see it. John, my enemies are tracking my big trades, bro. Simon, dude. Come on now, bro. You have a good following. Yeah. But I mean, like I said, y'all remember what I said yesterday, man. Again, if y'all didn't catch the Twitter posts, go watch it, you know. Yeah. If y'all didn't catch the Twitter post, go watch it. Here, I'll give you an easy link to it. Y'all go follow me on Twitter, by the way. If you're not following me on Twitter, go follow the man on Twitter. Yeah, go follow me on Twitter. Here's the link. Dude, the crazy part is, like, people are, it's like I was clearly right. No offense to everybody here, but I was clearly right yesterday. Yeah. Honestly, congratulations. Yesterday you said I'm going to buy Nvidia, the SPY, Apple, and the Q. Yeah, look, here's a video. Watch this video. And I mean, the weirdest part is, like, people are mad that I was right. It's like, you know, they're in their feelings. You know what I mean? If they're mad that I was right. The reality of it is, again, I'm a poker player, man. I look at things in terms of EV and why and, like, expected value. I'm looking at things in terms of expected value, and what I mean by that is, like, what is my risk reward in these situations? I thought buying the dip yesterday was more plus EV than not buying the dip or than shorting the market. And the reason for that is because the market had already been baked into this conflict over the last 2 weeks. The market's down freaking 7% or whatever it is in the last 2 weeks. The market was already baked into it. I thought there was much more upside than down, and everybody thought I was crazy, you know? And it honestly feels really, really good to say I told you so. It honestly feels really, really good. I can't even lie. So cheers to you guys with Master Chief. And yeah, like I said, yesterday what I told people was that when this happens, generally we're going to get a big rebound, and then we could also get a correction back down. Like, the market might drop today. I don't know how much it's going to drop or what, but generally that's how the market goes. You're trying to predict emotion in the market. That's all you're doing, you know. I even did the poll yesterday and said, are you buying the dip? Do you think the market's going to rebound? And 80% of y'all said no. So, you know, better be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. You love to see it. Yeah, I know that one kind of hurts pawn, but I'm not going to talk about that, sir. Can you make a living with just this show? Yeah. Yeah, I can, for sure. Um, and that should be okay because I'm the only guy out here not charging for anything. And so, yeah. But you love to see the market rebound, man. Yeah, it's game theory. Exactly, Daniel. You know, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. And you gotta, I'm telling you, dude, poker will make you a better trader. Poker will make you understand and analyze each hand or each stock like you're analyzing a poker hand and say, where is the expected value? Where's the good risk reward in these situations? You know, and the example I gave in that video is like, okay, if you've got 10-to-1 odds to call, meaning you call 100 and you might win 1,000. You know, it's 10-to-1 odds in poker. If you call 100 and you might win 1,000, and there's only like 2 people at the table, and your odds of winning that hand are over 10%, you should call, regardless of the likelihood, or not regardless of the likelihood, but you should be calling in that instance. You know, and that's the same type of mentality that I think is good in terms of probabilities with trading. You know, if you start to think about things in that aspect, you get less emotional about it, and you just start to look for high value plays, like high expected value plays, plus EV plays, they call it. And it'll get your mind in the correct mentality is really what it is. Yeah, Aesop. I mean, listen, I make money doing this for sure. I make. Let me think of the polite way to say this. In 2021, I made this channel brought in over $130,000 in revenue for sure, like for sure. And I'm gonna write off a lot of it because, frankly, a lot of it is business expenses. But yeah, we make money doing this for sure. I wouldn't do it if I wasn't. No offense to you guys. You know, y'all are cool and all, but like everybody's in this to make money. That should be a self-evident thing. You know. Yeah, man. I think there's this dynamic in the market where a lot of the time people let me think of the best way. Can you show an oversold technical analysis on the QQQ and SPY charts? Well, it's all subjective depending on what you consider oversold is. But I think this 30-minute chart is very telling right here. I think this 30-minute chart is very telling. Like, this is the thing, right? Here's the Russia-Ukraine news right here. Like, this is a big drop, man. Like, this is a big drop. Just from that news, it dropped, like, what is that, like 5%? It's a big drop, man. You know, y'all think it's really going to drop more throughout the day? You know, I think we're going to rebound some. I think people are going to be buying up those dips. And I think a lot of the Ukrainian-Russian conflict is already baked in. But it is a very subjective, you know, thing. But I think this 30-minute chart, number one, technical analysis is so subjective. But number two, it's based off of extension. Like, this is the market since the 10th of February. This is not that long ago. This is 2 weeks ago. Last 2 weeks, the market has gotten hammered. And, you know, and then it dropped pretty drastically from the Ukrainian-Russian news. You know, so it's like betting that the market is going to keep going down is a low probability bet, in my opinion. And that's what I was saying yesterday. It's not even a low probability bet. I thought the market might keep dropping. I thought it would at least drop or break even. But like I said in that video, there was more upside than down. There was more EV in buying it there than it is selling it or shorting it there. You know, and that is why I thought the market might rebound. And if it did, I thought the profit margins would be high. And you know, I thought we might run big if it did. And we did. You know, and honestly, I don't mean to go against the poll today, but I think the market might drop a little bit today too. I don't know though. It's Friday. It might be just sideways. But I do think the market might correct back down. So I'm kind of going against the poll again. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't say for sure what it's going to do. Y'all be careful. Yeah, Tesla's the one stock that I didn't hold into the run yesterday. I sold at the open with this, or whatever drop it was, which I think it was right here. Maybe it was right here. Thoughts on Tesla stock? I think Tesla will be fine long term. You know. Yeah. And vote on the poll, man. Y'all think the market's gonna rebound today? Let me know. Who, Rod? Can y'all not hear the music? Can y'all not hear the music? Okay, good. Yeah, we'll see, man. Y'all vote on the poll. Bull or bear on today's market? How did eBay do? eBay rebounded completely. How did Coinbase do? Coinbase was one of the ones that I almost streamed the earnings for, but it's been busy, man. It's been busy. Okay, we can hear. Hey, what's up, Rod? Okay, good. Should I post my short? Like I said, I made this short, but I kind of want to post on YouTube. It's the first short I've ever really made on YouTube, and I kind of want to post it, man. Nobody thinks, and this is it. Should I post this short on YouTube? You know, the market's going to rebound except you. Nobody thinks the market is going to rebound except you. I mean, it's not something y'all should get mad at me for. It's a limited risk trade. This was yesterday morning. I think the market will probably drop today. Okay, just to put it into perspective. But there's a difference between the market will drop and understanding the difference of risk and reward in these situations. I think the reward side is bigger than the risk side on the upside today. I think there's more upside than down potentially. You know what I mean? If for my poker players out there, kind of like calling with 2-7 offsuit when you have 10-1 pot odds. Like you're probably going to lose, but when you win, you're going to win 10 times your money, and so it's a little bit more worth it. That's the same thing I'm doing here with the SPY. I don't think I'm going to win here, but if I do win, the market might rebound pretty heavily, and so with that, I'll have a larger reward potential than risk. Should I post that? I posted on Twitter. The question is, should I post it on YouTube? YouTube is where my following is. Should I post it there? Let me know. I lost? Dude, I made a bunch of money yesterday, bro. What are you talking about? Yeah, what do y'all think there's Yeah, hey, yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I said that right here, bro. How would I don't even know how I would lose going long in the market yesterday. I really don't know how I even would lose. Like I said that like way down here, you know, and like look at the SPY yesterday. So I was very correct about that. Hmm. All right, so let me know what you think the market is going to do today. Vote in the poll right now. Market to go up, down, sideways. You won on that trade when everyone was bearish. Yeah, bro. Listen, I bought somebody told me what I bought yesterday. I think it was I bought. Man, somebody said it. Somebody gave me a list. Yeah, honestly, Smile and Ride said this, and he's right. He said, honestly, congratulations. Yesterday, you said I'm going to buy Nvidia, the Spy, Apple, and QQQ. Blue chips. It was totally crazy. Yeah, and I was 100% right about all of it. And again, I bought those things because when we look at the 30-minute chart of the Q, right, the market was down 7% or something ridiculous in the last 2 weeks. It was down heavily. Since January, we were down 11%. The market was already baked into that Russia-Ukraine conflict news. It was already baked in. The drop, and after that news dropped, we had then already dropped like 5+%. Serious question in terms of probabilities. Where do you think the upside is? Where do you think which side has the most upside in that situation? Do you think it's the downside? Do you think the market's going to keep dropping after dropping so heavily already? Or do you think it's more likely that we're going to get a rebound in the market? And that's where the favorable risk reward is. And that's what I did. Was I bought the dip and we rode this bounce. And follow the rabbit. I do want to kind of say it 100% wasn't that obvious risk. I could risk off the lows of the day. Very tight, small risk, and huge reward side, as you saw yesterday with the huge rebound in the market. Just because everybody else is doing something doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. And I think I did the poll yesterday of how many people thought the market would rebound yesterday, and it was less than 20%. It was less than 20%. And so, sometimes what everybody's doing is not the right thing to do. Like I said, as Warren Buffett famously said, it's better to be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy specifically when others are fearful. And that was yesterday. So you love to see it, but that's catching a falling knife. Well, that's a day trading term. Follow the white rabbit. That's mostly a day trading term. Catching a falling knife means in day trading trying to buy up huge drops in stocks, and maybe you could use it in longer term trading, but I think the smart money is buying dips and giving yourself tight risk levels. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. But again, what I'm saying is, you got to look at it in terms of probabilities, and specifically, like I said, I'm a poker player, and so you have to look at it in terms of expected value, basically risk reward in those situations. And I think the risk reward was on the upside, as I said yesterday, and we were right. What do y'all think CEI is going to do today? It's up over 75 cents. The previous closing price is right around that 75-cent level, and I'm kind of interested and curious to see what it's going to do. Right, market makers love collecting all those put premiums yesterday, as everybody was betting on the downside, and everybody was betting on the downside too. And again, something I've noticed is that when everybody's betting on something, sometimes the market likes to surprise people. And yeah, no, you're not blocked, dumb money. YouTube just censored it for whatever reason. Hey, thank you, Steve. I appreciate you, bro. And shout out to the people that are going to get mad at me for being bullish yesterday. They're in their feelings if they are. What do y'all think of CEI? What do y'all think it's going to do? Let me know in chat. Yeah, last 2 weeks, yeah, you could say don't catch a falling knife, but the reality of it is you have to bet it in terms of probabilities. Like, after this move, okay, here's a serious question, and I want to ask this question that I'd love a serious answer. Here's the Q yesterday. This entire move, this entire drop was from Ukrainian Russian news. This entire drop right here. was from Ukrainian Russian news. At what point do you say, okay, well, this has dropped a huge amount relative to where it was before? It's more likely that we're going to come back some now. At what point do you say that? You know, that's the question, because you got to look at everything in terms of extension, you know? And I think the market might come back down today, to be honest. I think the market might drop back down today. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's sideways. It's Friday. You know, who knows? Nobody really does. It's all speculation. But at what point over the last 2 weeks of this dropping do you say, okay, enough's enough. It's time to buy the dip? And for me, that was yesterday when we were at these lows at 317, 318. That was yesterday. And I was very open about it. Like I said, very honest about it. And we bought the dip there. And it worked. The dip worked. We made money from that dip. You know, you got to think of it in terms of what's already baked into the market is what you really got to think about it. Like how many people have already front loaded into this type of conflict news, and what's the likelihood that we're just going to keep dropping, you know? But it's also like, I just know how the stock market is, man. There's a lot of egos floating around. Nobody really likes to be wrong. And so sometimes they kind of shoot the messenger, you know, instead of being like, yeah, you were right. Good job. You know, a lot of them are just going to get mad. And that's all right. You know, that's part of the stock market, you know. But seriously, let me know. At what point in time do you consider moves overextended? You know, the market reacts day before, 2 days before, not day of. And so if the market's already dropped 2 days prior on similar Russian conflict news and then dropped really, really heavily on the break of the conflict, then at what point do you have to say, okay, it's time to buy that dip up? You know? So you basically guessed. Yeah, if you're desperate to discredit the trades I made yesterday, sure, you could say I guess, but with that in mind, isn't all trading guessing? All trading is speculation. Nobody actually knows what anything is going to do. It's all guessing, bro. You know? Like I said, I can tell you're a little bit mad about it, Rabbit, and that's okay. But understand, you know, just because everybody thinks the market's going to go down doesn't mean it will. And just because everybody else thought it would doesn't mean that I was wrong or that my trade was risky because I did. I could give myself a very tight risk, which I did. I even told people what my risk was, which was these lows right around here. You know, my risk was these lows right around here. And I almost got stopped out, but it was a very small risk trade. I actually missed the Tesla move. I didn't lose much, but I missed the Tesla move. But my risk was very small in this situation. And so, you know, we can get out if it breaks lows. That's all good. $100 push-ups. What's up, Joseph? Thank you, bro. You know, and I will say this. I think there's a lot of people that might have been wrong yesterday, but I think you got to get your egos out of there, man. You know, you're not going to learn anything in trading if you think that you're always right and that when you're wrong, it's manipulation, or when you're wrong, it's the market that's wrong, not you. You know what I mean? You got to look at it from both sides and understand where the edge comes from with a lot of these different plays and go with that. It's not like this is a one-time instance. I've been very correct when a lot of people thought the opposite in the past few weeks on my dip buys. I bought AMC. Everybody told me AMC was going to go to 2, and AMC bounced and I made money. I bought DraftKings. I bought Space after bad earnings. Did you guys remember Space where they dropped after earnings? I bought that up and then Space ripped the next day. This is what I do. I buy these type of moves. And so, again, you got to look at it in terms of you don't have to do what everybody else does in the stock market. You know, that's what the market makers want you to do, really. Right, for sure, Smile. Does that make you the inverse sentiment trader? I find this to be a good strategy. I'm looking at things in terms of extension and probabilities. Like I've always said, I'm a bottom feeding dip buyer. When there's blood in the markets, I'm swimming in it. You know, I like buying up really beat up companies that I think are fine, especially like the market itself. Um, and so, you know, I am a bottom feeding dip buyer. I've been very open about that over the last year. Those are my most profitable and successful trades. And everybody says they're risky. Every time I do one, I did it with Space, everybody hated it. I did it with DraftKings. Everybody hated it. I did it with AMC. Everybody hated it. But again, those are the highest success rates that I have. And again, the key is they work more than they don't. And if you give yourself a tight risk, like I said, my risk on the SPY, this is the Q, but like this is the equivalent of my risk too. My risk was right here. We broke that heavily and ripped under that. I can just get out, small loss. Who cares? But as I said in that video, if we rebound, we're going to rebound hard. And that's what we did, Foot Locker earnings will probably be good because of shortages. What are your thoughts on Lucid, put or call? They're scheduling to release earnings pre-market on Monday. Honestly, Greg, I don't think playing anything pre-earnings like that is a good idea. Now, what my style of trade is if it gets beat up from earnings, then sure, maybe I can buy that dip. Especially if a stock has like good earnings, good revenue, good numbers, earnings beats, and then still drops. Oh, I love buying those dips. Those are some of the most profitable dips. But trying to guess what the earnings are going to be and then getting in pre-earnings with an options play, very, very risky. It's a high risk, high reward play, to be honest. Just because sometimes sometimes a stock can go up on bad earnings and sometimes a stock can drop on good earnings. And so it's very risky. It's a coin flip, I guess is the best way to put it for me personally. I much prefer to just react to what the earnings actually are after the move happens, because earnings can be so volatile and risky. It's just not my style of trading. Yeah, OCGN has earnings today too. We'll see how they go, man. Market's still coming up. I think we might get a little bit of a drop today in the market, but I really don't know. I think we might get a little bit of a drop today, but no idea if we're going to. Again, like I said yesterday, I really have no idea what anything's going to do. It's all speculating, as is with anybody. Coffee's so good. And again, let me know what do you think the market's going to do today? Green, red, red, green. What do you think of leveraged ETFs like BOIL, for example? I think you can make money with them. It just depends on how good you are at analyzing the sectors and the underlying commodities behind them. But yeah, you can make money with ETFs for sure. I mean, I trade the SPY is an ETF, the Q is an ETF. So I mean, I trade those very heavily, and a lot of the time I'm day trading. But just gauges on the broader market behind those commodities, assets, or whatever it is, whether it's oil, gas, silver, could be profitable. You just got to be smart with it and make educated plus EB decisions. Yeah, crypto flew up, which is great. You love to see it. And again, I told people this the other day, which is that crypto follows the broader market. Market does good, crypto does good. You know what I mean? Market does bad, crypto does bad. And at least that's how it's been lately. But Bitcoin back up to almost 40K, which is great, up 8%. And again, I want to say this, like, I'm not against you guys. Like, even if you and I took different positions yesterday and I bet the market was going to go up and you bet the market goes down, I'm not against you guys. Just we can all learn from each other here. You know, nobody's always right, and we can all learn from each other. You know what I mean? We can all learn from each other for sure. How do I find this though? All right, so let's see what we can get with the market today here. What I actually might do today, guys, is I might buy the VIX short term and then get out if it continues to break, but I don't know. But what do you guys think? Should I buy the VIX? Basically, when I buy the VIX, I'm betting that the market is going to drop today. Good move or no? What do y'all think? Good or bad move? Yeah. Should I buy the VIX? Could just buy AMG and sell at 229. Math shows with 6 billion buyback, that's what the new price will be. Amgen. I don't know enough about this company though, so it would depend on what the company is. What do they do? What's the sector? Educate us, dumb money. I'm open to hearing it. So I also hedge with SQQQ. Good move in the VIX. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a little bit of the VIX here. Essentially betting that the market's gonna drop and correct some. It's gonna be a small position, but I'm gonna buy a little bit of the VIX. And we'll see if I'm right about this. But again, tight risk. You know, probably we break highs and hold for an extended period of time. I'm probably just going to cut it to put it into perspective. So, you know, definitely not super confident in this one. Was more confident in yesterday's trade, but is it not letting me buy the VIX right now? If I'm trying to buy the VIX, it's not letting me buy. It only lets me sell. Why? Is it a volatility thing? I mean, I can always short the SPY directly. I can always short the SPY directly, but it's not letting me buy the VIX. Anybody know? Anybody know why? Healthcare company, 24,000 employees. Okay, so you're betting on healthcare. And you said they're doing a buyback only during market? You can only buy options of the VIX or buy UVXY instead. Yeah, UVXY is the inverse volatility ETF. But I could buy it. And I think I'm just going to short the SPY. You know? Small size, though. What do you think? Like 10 shares? See the range here. So just in the last 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes, in the last like 25 to 30 minutes, we have moved a total of about $2 a share, right? So if I buy I think $10 is a reasonable bet. We would have to sell bid. Buy ask. Maybe it's the opposite when you're buying. Man, now I'm getting confused. Sell ask, buy the bid. We're just gonna put all these up. Get the market orders out of there. The time and force. Tell me if I'm a crazy person for this right now. Okay. Tell me if I'm a crazy person for this right now. Previous closing price at 428. That'll be my risk. All right, we're in. 10 shares, short of the SPY. We'll see what happens. Man. What did I do yesterday? All right, so yeah, we bought the VIX, or we shorted the SPY. We'll see what happens. Either way, it's a very, very small trade. I think my risk is going to be like 430, 429, 430 or so. We'll see if I'm crazy for this, but not crazy. But if you could, but I don't need to tell you. Hey, thank you, man. Krispy Kreme and Twix. What? Yeah, Daniel. Listen, bro. I'm down to play poker with you, man. I hope. I hope everything works out on your end. I know you said you had some stuff going on. But I'm definitely down to meet you one day, and we could play. There's a lot of legal poker places here in Texas. The key is they don't take a rake, and so any of my Houston brothers and sisters, want to hang out and play poker, man, I'm down to do it. Like I said, I'm gonna be out of town, but when I get back, we could play, and I'm certainly down to play. Like I said, Daniel, just text me, bro. I know you might not be used to it. If you text me, I'll text you back. I'm just not much of a person on the phone. I just don't, honestly, I don't have a lot of time. And it's like, I'm so busy trying to manage 2 kids, a wife, this YouTube channel all by myself. And then, doing everything else. We've had a lot of family responsibilities lately too. So it's just been really, really hectic. But if you text me, I'll text you back, bro. I got you, man. I don't mean to, never be available. But all right, so we're shorting the SPY. We'll see what happens. Here's CEI. I think 75 cents is a massive support level in the SPY. We'll see if it holds up. All right, cool. Yeah, I was almost going to stream the earnings call from Coin, but it's been busy, man. All right, so market drop. So SPY will break even. Yeah, what's Coin doing? Here's Coin. When's OCGN's news coming? I'm actually green on my SPY short right now. So I'm green on my SPY short. When is Coinbase's numbers? I will say, y'all go give me a follow on Twitter. Y'all go give me a follow on Twitter, guys, if you haven't already. The wife manages the kids, you bring in the money. Yeah, but she's been sick for the last week. Carol's been sick, and we've had to isolate her from everybody else since we're going out of town, and we don't want to get sick while we're gone. My mom's gonna be here at my house, so it's all right. We're gonna have people here, um, but yeah, Carol's been sick, and we don't want to ruin our trip, and so we've had to quarantine her from basically everybody in my house. So, usually she does, but you know. Yeah, she's getting better. But yeah, here's my Twitter, guys. Here's my Twitter. Hey, thank you, James. It's nothing major, She had a cold. All right, so our SPY trade we're green on. SPY trade we're green on. Yeah, Carol's all right. Hey, thank you, Tourmaline. I appreciate it. Yeah, she's better now. Yeah, trust me, she's better now. We went to Lululemon, bro, and I got some new shoes. We went shopping yesterday, so she's definitely better. All right, so Bitcoin rebounded all the way back, though. You love to see it, man. Bitcoin needed it, dude. All right, we're slightly green in our SPY short. We're gonna see what happens. CI up there. What else is moving right now? I know we got like CYRN, OCGN. Here's CYRN. This one's ridiculous, man. We can look up the news here. But Bitcoin back up to almost 39K here. So what is MOBQ? Nothing. Also, when is the OCG and earnings? All right, so the OCG and earnings call is at 7:30 this morning. OCGN did drop, though. It dropped fourth quarter EPS, which is earnings per share. And if you don't understand this, earnings per share is a gauge on how profitable the company is. So if it has a low EPS or a loss of EPS, it means it's either not that profitable or not profitable at all. If it has a high EPS or a green EPS, it means it's really profitable, or it's that it's profitable in general. And OCGN put in a fourth quarter EPS of minus 7 cents per share, missed the minus 6 cent per share estimate. So worse than expected numbers for OCGN. Here's these numbers here. Yeah, for sure, keeping it real. You're missing Car and Etsy. I saw that these two had some stuff going today. Car, I don't know enough about Car. Etsy, on the other hand, Etsy is becoming more and more relevant as time goes on, I think. Etsy was big like 5 years ago, and it's kind of growing in market capitalization too. I think Etsy's interesting, but they're so seasonal in terms of this type of stuff. Yeah. All right, so we're green in our SPY short. All right, so CYRN, let's look at the catalyst for CYRN. I see it's up today. Oxygen has earnings in about an hour. CYRN is up. Nobody really knows why it's up. It's just a software company. It seems so. CYRN, a software company, gapping up huge. There's no real catalyst here. Float of 3.6 million, which is very small. Market cap of only 25 million. So small cap, small float, small outstanding shares. 3% short float, so it's not a short squeeze play for a CYRN, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. All right, so we're pretty green in our SPY short. I think we're just going to let it ride, though, guys. We might take half of it off and then just let the rest roll throughout the open to see if we get a much bigger drop is what we're going to kind of look for. Somebody said they mentioned me in their CEI Reddit article. I'm reading it right now. But I don't see anything in there. So maybe not. Maybe they didn't mention me. All right, so my short on the SPY is doing pretty solid here. Yeah, but the problem is some of this is like, okay, like I see so many people throughout the years, man, and this happens so much, and like I see so many people get really, really hyped up about a specific penny stocks, and you guys know me, like I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest even when it's not good for me, because this might make people dislike me. But like the reality of it is, I see so many people throughout the years just get so hyped up about a specific stock, and I'm not gonna be specific about any of these, but I see a lot of people just get so hyped up about a specific stock. And most of the time they're small cap, low float companies that are just not super well known. And there's certainly not guaranteed success with any of these companies. Then what happens is like these stocks or these companies don't do what people think they're going to do. And when they don't, everybody just yells manipulation by big banks. You know what I mean? When like the reality of it is a lot of these penny stocks are just not profitable companies, man. They're just not profitable companies. And so it's not a bank's fault a company's not profitable. Sometimes a company's just not profitable. And when that happens, you got to be objective about it, I think. Oh, there you go. He did mention me. Hey, well, I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. But y'all just be careful, man. You know? All right, so we're in the SPY short right now, and we'll see if it continues. Vote on the poll right now. Do you think the market's going to go up or down today? We're shorting the SPY right now. We'll see what happens. So true, ENVB. I lost. And the problem is like, look, man. The problem is that like, okay, in the end, most penny stocks will fail. No matter how much research you do about these companies, there's not enough data to really know is the problem. Like, you could research these companies to the end and back, but there's not enough data to truly know how healthy the company actually is. You could look and say, oh, this has got good press, this has got good press, this has got good press, but there's no way to really know. And again, I think I see the trend happen so much where like people get so wrapped up in these penny stocks, and I think that's the wrong mentality to have in the stock market in general, right? Like, you don't want to be so involved with the penny stock that you lose, that you miss out on, that you're too biased. You don't want to be too biased. Like, you want to be able to cut it if you need to cut it. And sometimes the penny stocks are a lot of the time terrible companies. And so what happens is that people need to promote them in a really sensationalized way to convince people never to sell, even though it might be in their best interest sometimes to sell. And so they've got all this sensationalized marketing out there, and they've got all these traders that are just, yeah, this penny stock, woo. But like, very few of them succeed. And so when you bet long-term on a penny stock, you got to understand the odds, which is not very good in those situations, generally. Now, sometimes they are, but generally not. Now, I think CEI is a little bit different. I think CEI is interesting because this is an oil play based off of Ukraine and Russia. And so I think that's a little bit more interesting. And that's why you can also see it's holding its gains fairly well. So, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, just be careful. CPI numbers coming at 8:30. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. When you trade future mini S&P 500s, you buy micro or full price? The E-mini, you mean? I do both. It depends on what my risk tolerance is that specific day and how the market is doing. But generally, I buy both. I'll buy the micro. This is what you want to understand. The micro, in terms of like equivalency to stocks, the micro is the equivalent of holding 125 shares. And so for every tick up or down in the futures market, when you're holding a micro contract, you make $1.25 in profit or losses. If you're holding 4 ticks, if you're holding 2 ticks, you make roughly $2.50. If you're holding 4 ticks, you make $5. Or if you're holding 4 contracts and it goes in your direction 1 tick, you make $5. If it goes against you 1 tick, you lose $5. If you're holding 2 contracts, you make $2.50 per tick up or down, depending on if you're long or short. If you're holding the regular E-mini, it's $12.50. It's the equivalent of 1,250 shares in the stock market. So if you're holding the regular E-mini and it goes in your direction 2 ticks, you are up $25. If it goes against you 4 ticks, you're down $50, so forth and so on. If it goes in your contract, if it goes in your favor, 5 ticks, you're up $75. No, you're up 65. 60. Is it 12.50? Okay, yeah, you're up 62.50. Russell on the move for swinger day trading. Does the RSI or MACD matter when charting? The MACD is just a moving average crossover indicator. So if you want to see where moving averages cross over or under each other, that is what the MACD ultimately is. It's telling you where they cross over or under each other generally. That is what the MACD does. That is what the MACD is used for. Now, if there's an edge and when there's an edge with that is very subjective. You got to figure out. Okay, I'm going to revert to this. Okay, and this is very true. We had a good conversation with Daniel the other day, and it was about whether technical analysis worked. And he kind of got on to me about my side of using the word self-evident and obvious in explaining what to look for with specific charts. But I do think this type of conversation is very good to have because ultimately it helps traders reinforce the mindset, the correct mindset. And so what I told him is I think my use of self-evident, and this is really important to understand, okay? I think my use of self-evident as a term is meant to describe something that is obvious and specifically stands out on a chart. The reason for that term is to push the fact that we are predicting where others are buying, selling, and reacting, really. Unconsciously, we humans tend to pay very specific attention to psychological levels, such as whole dollars, isolated highs and lows, levels that have been hit numerous times with confirmation, so forth and so on. And with that, they make obvious targets to base your trades off of. Think about extension in that same context where you can have like the RSI. A person that judges a stock as extended, or a person that uses the RSI to judge a stock as extended in a direction, is more likely to react there with buys or sells. And so in that context, technical analysis objectively works when judging extension. And that's a good example of my trade yesterday. Like, technical analysis objectively works when you use it to judge extension, like I did yesterday with the broader stock market. That is proven in many different types of technical trading skill that has been shown throughout history. Most of the success, and this is the part I guess I was trying to mention, sorry if I rambled about other things, but most of the success, in my opinion, comes from analyzing extension in many different ways, using many different indicators. Still, the true judge is the trader, as people have different analytical skills and in turn success rates using all of these different indicators. And so whether an indicator works for you is very specific to you. I can't tell you whether you're going to find value in it. Do I think there's an edge with any of these? I don't know. But in the grand scheme of things, you're simply using these indicators as a way to judge the trend and extension. And, whether it has an edge with you is completely subjective and based off of your own analytical skills and your own preferences with indicators. Sorry for the long-winded answer. Psychology is more important than chart pattern analysis. Well, Tourmaline, that's the exact same thing, bro. Psychology is chart analysis. When you're looking at a chart, what are you trying to figure out? You're trying to figure out where everybody is reacting. Basically, you're trying to figure out what everybody else is thinking. And that is psychology, sir. And so chart analysis is psychology. And that's the mindset shift that you need to have if you're going to be a good trader. Is you need to understand, when you analyze a chart, you are analyzing psychology. That's what you're looking at. You're looking at mass psychology. Like, what movie said that? I think it was Limitless said that. But when you analyze a chart, you're looking at mass psychology. You're trying to figure out where where everybody else is reacting, what everybody else is thinking, where their emotions and reactions to the levels are, and then you're trying to play and capitalize on those reactions. That's all charting is. So. Hey, nice cow. Congrats. I don't know. I'm shorting the SPY right now, Jason. I longed the market yesterday at the open, and right now I'm shorting the SPY, and I'm green currently in that trade as well. My entry on the SPY is 427, roughly right around 427. So so far so good. We'll see if I don't know if it's going to continue, but hey, we're going to hold it. How do you see the market playing today? Well, I think it could do a lot of different things, bro. A lot of different things, man. Who knows, to be honest. Really just depends. I don't know, man. Market feels like it ran up too much yesterday. Yeah, I mean, I'm shorting the SPY right now. We'll see how it goes. Just saw some news. Ukrainian ambassador says Russian platoon surrendered to Ukrainian forces. Well, market bouncing back up here, so we're down a little bit now. And again, I'm not going to hold this very long. If it starts to break up high, specifically over 430. Um, looks like this is some type of fundamental news, but I'm trying to figure out what it is, so we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. Yeah, I bought like 10 shares. John is rather funny. Not a single soldier or tank or anything military has been seen on the Ukraine live cams yet. Yeah, I don't know, man. Bitcoin ripping up though, which is good. Um, um, all right, guys. So the Q Inspire ripping, we're probably gonna cut it here. Like I said, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold this too long. We lost less than 20 bucks, so we just cut it. Regardless of what happens here, we're gonna lose small. Maybe we'll add back, but it's all good. And this is why I say when I take these positions, the risk is always super small. Like my risk is tiny in these situations. We start breaking highs, I can cut it. We can even add back to it if it looks good, and we'll see. But all right, guys. Yeah, I saw the Russia willing to negotiate part. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah, so they're gonna try to, and that I think the market's gonna do really well with that type of news. Now that that news is out, I think the market's gonna do fine. Maybe not though. We'll have to wait and see. It is Friday, and so there might be some reactions. My apologies, guys. I'm trying to do something here. What the heck, man? Let me see. All right, so the SPY is still ripping up. Sorry, I'm trying to log into my WordPress, running into issues. If the negotiation is just an ultimatum, then it's just a waste of Ukraine's energy. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think there's a lot of people short in the market, and that's influencing people's view of it. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think the market's going to do. Vote on the poll right now. It is Friday. The market might be a little bit slow. What the heck is going on with WordPress, man? Hey, you as well. Keep it a real good day, brother. CPI data isn't too outlandish. Yeah, we'll see. Russia, Ukraine will be free, and Vlad might lose Russia finally. I think the market is due for a rebound. Yeah, negotiate after invading. Hey, that's kind of how they do it, though, bro. Hey, and the market's ripping up big too. My apologies, guys. 1 second. Doing something here. Sheesh, man. All right, I figured it out. All right, so all right, cool. Sorry, guys, doing some other stuff. Market up there to 341.30s on the Q. CEI is down to 70 cents. What about OCGN? I know OCGN is it has earnings today. I believe they're going to be at about 27 minutes. My apologies, guys. Okay. All right, cool. Done with WordPress, man. So tricky. Anyways, OCGN is a miss. Bitcoin over 39K, also up on that news. Interest rate hikes now the focus again. A shame, isn't it? There's so many. Biden froze. Reports coming out. Vlad has protesters. He has young people that want to be there like the rest of Europe. Yeah, but I don't think any of that matters, bro. I don't think any of that matters, dude. Oh no, I got it on WordPress, Beach. I could develop on WordPress. I was using the wrong email, and it looked like my sites were gone, but it wasn't. I was just using the wrong email, so I'm pretty handy with WordPress. But I appreciate the help, you know. All right, so the SPY up there to 428s. Let's see if it pulls back some here. You know, it might be a neutral day. We do have a lot of choppiness in the market, so it might be a neutral day. All right, so we do have CEI dumping down, OCGN dumping down. Are y'all buying CYRN? Let me know. Hey, what's up, Hammer? Good morning, bro. Yeah, Russia willing to send delegation to Ukraine to negotiate turning markets in Bitcoin green. Yeah, I do see Bitcoin running up here. Bitcoin is almost up to 40K. It's at 39.3. So volatile, but hey, listen, I'm for it, man. I want to see Bitcoin do well. I really do. I want to see Bitcoin do well. And we'll see if it continues. Y'all bullish or bearish from Bitcoin? Now, I know it's been a whirlwind few days, man. But, you know, it is what it is. Now, I don't have much else to trade. I think we just got to wait until the market opens today. I'm just hoping the market is volatile enough for me. You know what I mean? Like, I just hope we get volatility, which sometimes on Friday we don't. You know, sometimes on Friday we just get nothing. No movement, no volatility. And so with that, we'll see what happens. But, yeah. It's Friday. We got to see it for what it is and be careful, you know. Too many big drops in CYRN. Bitcoin ascending wedge. Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin's flying right now. Flying. Look at the markets. I mean, here's the markets right now. These are the markets right here, guys. You can see the markets. Here's AMC. Here's BKKT, Facebook, SPY, BBIG, Amazon. Yeah, I had some people mad at me. I left early yesterday. I know Larry yesterday. I don't know if Larry wasn't mad, but I know Larry was like, "You traded 12 minutes into the open." It's like, you guys got to understand, man. I got other stuff to do sometimes. You know, yesterday was a bloody market. I probably should have stuck around, but you know, sometimes I'm gonna have to cut it early. Sometimes we're gonna get out early, and you know, if not, I want to be able to do my earnings streams too. And if I'm too burnt out, I'm not gonna be able to. Oh, I know you're never mad, Larry. That's what I was saying. I don't think you're mad. I don't think you were mad, but like it wasn't just you. I had somebody else that was like, "Bro, why are you leaving?" And it's like, I had to just cut out. My wife and father-in-law were going to go out to eat, and I was hungry, is the reality of it. And I wanted to eat. Yeah, I know, Larry. That's what I said. That's why I said you weren't mad. I know you weren't mad. But what I'm saying is, like, I think especially over the last few weeks, we've been kind of trending the stream towards, like, we trade the open, but like we're not going to stick around for hours and hours. You know, I just don't know if there's that much to do in those situations. MMAT, do the time that fits your life. Right, exactly, Simon. I appreciate you, bro. INDO, man. INDO still kind of holding its gains here. I mean, look at INDO. INDO, I mean, number one, look at how solid this technical charting is. Number one, look at this. I drew this level and look at the bounces off of $10 here. This is why, to go back to what I said earlier, which is the importance of psychological levels and trying to analyze what everybody else is thinking and what their emotions are. And with that, looking at really obvious psychological levels. This is why. It's like, think about $10 as a level. $10 is a psychological whole dollar level. A lot of traders are going to be reacting off of $10. And what happens when traders react? Look at these bounces. Very easy to predict these type of moves here. Bounce, bounce, bounce. And I drew this level out way back here. Before it had bounced off of anything. And this is why you watch psychological levels here. Like, look at how many trades you can base off of that. So that's why you watch psychological levels. You know? Just powerful levels to pay attention to. Yeah. Nice, Larry. INDO. Yeah, INDO is all right, man. I mean, like I said, we're looking at it. It's holding its gains fairly well, but we'll see if it continues, you know. I'm ready to make money both sides of the market, and we'll see how that goes, you know. Again, though, guys, do me a favor. Follow me on Twitter. All right, SPY pulling back here. What do you think we're gonna do now? Do you think we're gonna bounce? I think 428 on the SPY is a big level, and I think the equivalency level of Q is at 340, roughly 340. I think 340 is a big level that's been tapped numerous times, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Let me clear out these lines on the Q. Let me edit this to where it's not so thick. There we go. And yeah, we'll see if INDO can get above that level. CEI dumping down too, so CEI is falling too. You think energy stocks will move like IMPP? I don't know, man. IMPP is kind of an anomaly in the market, man. You know, the other IMPP, INDO, while they're oil stocks, you know, we just had some really unique market conditions that I don't know if we're going to be in the same context today as we were yesterday with the market. So, you know, we'll see. But I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do. Yeah, I mean, very small. Rabbit. As soon as we heard the potential deal talks with Russia and Ukraine, we jumped out of it. I'm not trying to get stuck in that type of thing, and we might jump back in it, but we're gonna wait until the open to play it. AMC. What's AMC doing? AMC's pushing up. But I think AMC is closer to its normal price, though, like what it should be. You know what I mean? I know I'm going to get some hate for that, but I think AMC, I think if it dips down to like 13s, 14s, it's cheap. But we'll see. Baby, I'm working right now, man. Do we need a trimmer claws right now? Is that is that a priority? Yeah, but she has normal dog claws. They're not super long. No, they're long. Okay. Yeah. I need you for like. I will be right back, guys. All right, guys, we're back. Honestly, I'm frustrated because I don't know. I don't know how many dogs Kirill's actually had, but you don't need to trim a dog's claws like that. Like, a dog's claws are fine, you know? Like, the more important thing would be to condition Rosie not to jump on us instead of just clipping her claws down. You know, that's not what you're really supposed to do. And frustrating because, you know, yeah, frustrating just because unnecessary. You know, now we lost 20 or 30 people just from that. So I'm honestly kind of frustrated with my wife right now. I don't know how many dogs she's actually raised, but not really a normal thing you should be doing with your dogs, but I guess it's okay. Anyways, MULN. MULN's a oil play too, correct? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the problem, though, and this is what Kirill doesn't understand, is that the problem is not Rosie's claws. The claws aren't the problem. Rosie walks on cement all the time. Her claws are actually pretty numb. In fact, I think cutting her claws might make them more jagged and sharp. Number two is that the root of the problem is not Rosie's claw length. The root of the problem is that Rosie doesn't respect people enough to not jump on them when she sees them. And so you have to condition your dog when you get it to not jump on you. You know, only when you welcome the jump on you should the dog jump on you. If you don't pat your stomach or pat your legs or whatever the signal is to jump up, then the dog shouldn't jump on you and scratch you. And so that's something that we need to condition Rosie to be like, not trim her claws, you know, a huge amount, in my opinion. But maybe I'm wrong. Either way, I don't think it should have been done. Right now. I think it was unnecessary. But all good either way, I guess. Anyways, SPY, break it up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good, man. It's all good. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell her. But, you know, when Kirill gets something in her head, you know, she really gets it in her head. So it's all good. All right, so we just bought the dip in the market again a little bit and sold some. We're holding 5 shares left at the SPY, and we'll see what happens. But we're riding it up. We're green now on that. And we're going to continue riding it up. I don't know what we're going to do, how we're going to add to it or what, but we're trying to ride it up. Yeah, you're right about Rosie. I know, man. I've raised dogs all my life, you know. You know, like I said, for those that don't know, my dad is a falconer. And so my dad trains birds, and like my dad conditions and trains hawks, specifically hawks. Love you. Have a good day. Are you eating that here? You're eating pizza for breakfast, bro? All right, there's cereal. So your mom said cereal was unhealthy, and then intern gave him pizza for breakfast. Makes a lot of sense, guys. Love y'all. Sheesh. But no, my dad is a falconer, so my dad trains birds for a living. And so my point is that I'm very experienced in conditioning animals. Let me see if I can find a picture. I got an old picture. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll post it to our Discord. I do have an old picture. And honestly, I've really thought about getting into it with my dad. My dad's a falconer. And I've really thought about getting into kestrel training. Like if you look up what a kestrel is like a little mini eagle. But the way they hunt with kestrels is you condition them, and they're like little attack birds. And so like they fly. I'll have to show you guys. Hold on. Yeah, here it is. I'll have to show you guys. So the point is, I have a pretty decent amount of experience training animals, and we raised dogs all my life, you know. No, he doesn't do the Renaissance Fair. Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you guys a picture. I just posted it to Discord. This is my dad and I as a kid, you know. This is me, obviously, you know. But there's the bird. You can see the bird here. But my point is that, like I said, I got a lot of experience training animals and conditioning animals. And so I kind of know how it goes. But it's just an interest. Yeah, pizza's the American breakfast. Hey, you know, whatever works. But no, a kestrel is a dope bird, man. Kestrel, the way you hunt with them is you drive around. You can drive around in your car. And, you know, when you condition a bird, you train it to come back as a whistle. So you go, and the bird will fly black. The bird, you condition it. So you give it food every time it lands back on your glove, until eventually you can throw the bird wherever you want. The bird will go land somewhere. And then when you're ready to return, you whistle back to it, and the bird will kind of fly back on your glove. And, you know, you can have like this little attack bird that will like hunt you. The way you hunt with the kestrel is you ride around in your car or truck or whatever, and when the kestrel sees birds, like little prey birds, you kind of throw it out the window, and it flies and gets the bird, you know, and then you go scoop it up. And that's basically what you do, you know. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I look like my dad. Yeah, for sure. I look like my mom too. But I've got the same coloring as my dad for sure. Anyways, Bitcoin. Do y'all think Bitcoin's gonna break over 40,000 today? Do you think Bitcoin's gonna break over 40K today? Let me know. Over 40K for Bitcoin? Let me know. Market's still ripping up, and I'm still holding those shares now too. So we got ourselves basically break even on the SPY now. And this is what I mean. Like, people were so critical of my trade yesterday, but like, they're such small risk trades, man. The risk is small. You use the low of the day. Like in the last example, I used the high of the day, and then I took the other direction when it hit it. You use small risk in these positions here. You know, like yesterday trading, I use this as my risk. I enter here, my risk is here. You know, tiny risk. You know, very small risk. Just because everybody else thinks it's wrong doesn't mean it's high risk. You know, risk is what you make it. You know, you can give yourself your own risk levels and then stick to those risk levels, and you can have a large or small risk depending on your comfort level. You know, if you want a big risk, you can have one. If you want a small risk, you can have one. But that's what it's relative to. It's not relative to what everybody else thinks is going to happen. You know, in that situation, everybody else thought the market would go down yesterday, and so a lot of people just kind of said, okay, that's a high risk play, betting the market's going to go up. Not really. I might be in the minority of people, but it's certainly not high risk for me, you know. And I think that's a big understanding that traders have to have too. Yes, Bitcoin market cap is close to 800. No, crypto has been a dog, and I see no reason for that to change. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Thomas. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, what's you? I've seen you mention that one a few times today. What's it doing right now? So yeah, is up. What kind of stock is this? Is it oil? Um, Universal Security Instruments reports a joint merger deal with Infinite Reality, no terms disclosed. It also posted yesterday results, Universal Security. Yeah, it's moving up. Here's so it's interesting. Good earnings yesterday. Merger. Considering they're still making first run deal in the streaming services have proven that they can't compete with the movie experience. Yeah, for sure. I think people are always going to go to movies, man. I think people are always going to go to movies. I think it's one of those things that people are interested in and people are going to do. I think people are always going to go to movies, and I think it's an event. I think it's an event. Now, I think that might change, but I think taking people out to date night and going to a movie is something that a lot of people do. A lot of people do. A lot of people are into it. I'm a huge movie buff. I love movies, man. Movies. I'm definitely a movie over TV guy. I don't like TV that much. I watch movies though. And I think the movie theaters are always going to be there, to a certain extent. But we'll see what happens now. Yeah, for sure, beach, 100%, man. Honestly, I gotta watch Carol. She's gonna come in here and interrupt me again. No? Okay, good. I cannot place limit orders in TOS pre-market. I've changed my settings to TIF. What are you trying to buy, Earl? Also, number one is that you want to buy the bid in pre-market. If you want to get filled immediately, you got to buy the bid. Change your TIF to EXT and then buy the bid. Also depends on what you're buying. If the liquidity's not there, the liquidity's not there. Here in Tennessee, almost all movie theaters sell food and alcohol now, so they might be making more. Yep. I've noticed, especially in the last 5 years, the trends of movie theaters have changed towards more of like a server experience. Like you're getting served at the movie theaters with food, beer, alcohol, whatever it is, right? That's the movie theater experience that I've been to over the last few years. Only on a few occasions have the movie theaters not done that at this point in time. And we'll see if they continue to do it. But from my experience, that's kind of how it's been. People will go to the movies, but you have to make a profit at it. AMC is yet in 4 years to do that. Cinemark apparently doing something different according to their earnings report this morning. Yeah, I mean, movie theaters make profit. They make most of their money off of food. Vote on the poll right now. Do you think the market's going to go up or down? The poll is going right now. 61% of you are bullish. 39% are bearish. 300 plus votes already. So hit the subscribe button and vote on the poll right now. Nah, Netflix isn't going to open up a cinema. They're just going to try to compete with the cinema. CEI is at 70 cents. I think 70 cents is a big level here too. If we look at CEI here, I think 70 cents is big. Yeah, that's right there. Previous support for sure there. Now we'll see if it holds though. Snow caps, yeah, man. I always like snow caps. I always like the cookie dough bites too. Those were good. Freaking Comcast, bro. Hit the like button if you hate Comcast. Ooh, man, my SPY trade's making money, dude. That's great. Bitcoin's still pushing up. It's at 39.5K, 39.5K for Bitcoin. Should I keep holding the SPY or should I sell some now? I mean, what do you guys think? Cox Cable, dude, I remember Cox. I've not been to the movies in about 3 years now. We go, my family and I goes. If you go back in Cinemark books, I'm sure you'll find a moment in time they were in debt. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Explain why I pay $10 for a soda and $8 for a Crown and Coke. Well, because they're charging more for the item that is the most widely used. They're charging more for the item that's the most widely used. Like a Coca-Cola is going to be one of the most purchased things at the movie theater. And so with that, they are going to charge more for it. If that makes sense. IMPP down there too. What about CEI, man? Are y'all interested in CEI? What about CYRN? What else we had earnings drop today? We had Coinbase earnings. Y'all buying coin? Coinbase is doing really well on the SPY on the stock market news for Coinbase. So y'all buying Coinbase? Let me know. QQQ still ripping, so glad I bought that. After the loss I took this morning shorting it, I ended up buying it back and made all our money back, so that's nice. Coinbase here, man. I'm gonna buy Coinbase right now. Now maybe it's an obvious play. Actually, I think I'm gonna wait, man. I think I gotta wait. I gotta wait for a dip in crypto, and I think we had one that dipped down to 180 or so a few minutes ago, but I think we're a little bit too late in that regard now, so we're just gonna have to wait a little bit more. Mediocre projections. I think it really just depends what coin, what Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies do. Yeah, that's exactly right, Larry. All right, market ripping here, guys. So we're completely break even on the day. We ended up selling our SPY trade for a gain, and we're gonna wait and see if we can get into something else now. All right, so CEI is testing lows here. CEI is testing lows. Yeah, what do y'all think of CYRN? BITO, that's the Bitcoin ETF, right? Oh, damn, dude. Dude, freaking TikTok, man. Oh. I posted that video I talked about yesterday on it, and it got like 50 views already. That's weird. TikTok, man. Maybe there's some organic growth there. Yeah, I thought that'd been that way for years. SQ. I'm just ready to day trade this morning, man. I'm just ready to trade, bro. All right, so the Q is up there to 343s right now, 343.80s. Let me put the playlist going here. Is there a FUD gap to fill? Don't know, bro. Also, guys, y'all hit the like button here. Sorry, we're doing some other stuff, but y'all hit the like button. SPY's still moving up. CI still dropping. U up there to 380s. We got CYRN too. What else is there, man? I know we got CYRN. We've got do we have here? SQ got a lot of people talking. This is Square. And I think this is dragging the market up too. What about EXPI? OCGN has earnings, I think, that came out already. Earnings call is supposed to be now, so we'll see if that stock continues to. Market flying up. CEI broke under that 70-cent low. Let's see if it rebounds here, man. All right, guys. So SPY pulling back some now. Should I buy this dip in the SPY or should what? Here's Coinbase's pullback too. UUU green. Yeah, I'm looking at UUU right now. It's at the 404 right now. So UUU is at 404. So do you think it's going to continue? Let's see. Rug pull on what, Simon? I still can't get into UUU. I don't know, brother. I don't know, man. That's weird. No, we didn't really cover the CPI data. I'm trying to do some other stuff. I'm really busy on my end, so I'm kind of multitasking here. But we did have. Let me go over it now. Durable good orders month over month for January came in at 7% versus 0.4%, so a little bit higher than expected. Durable good orders. Durable goods orders for month over month for January came in at 1.6% versus 0.8% expected, so that's good. Personal spending month over month for January came in at 2.1% versus 1.5% expected, so higher than expected. So all that stuff should be pretty good generally for the market. Now, maybe not, but rug pull on the futures after pop? Well, I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I don't think that's super likely, but it could be. Market's still pushing up. CEI trying to bounce back here. We have UUU at 407s too, so. We ended up we're watching Coinbase as well here. Watching Coinbase. IMMR, earnings beat. Yeah, Fridays are usually pretty slow, guys, so y'all just be careful. Usually Fridays are like slow, choppy, neutral days. There's usually not a lot of stuff going on Fridays, to be honest. All right, you pulling back to 406. Should we buy this little dip here? SPY's too high. I wouldn't say it's an advantage price. Bro, ADT keeps freaking charging me, and it's not telling me what. I can't log into my stupid freaking account. And why the heck are they still charging me, bro? Please just have their app so I can log in. No. The only thing I can do is charge it back. All right, we have UUU at $4 here. So should we buy this dip in UUU? We'll see. I get back over here too. Yeah, bro, freaking ADT, dude. ADT is about to lose all their business. I think ADT is a terrible company at this point in time. I think new age security systems like Ring and stuff like that are going to be taking over ADT. I think ADT will probably fail within the next 10 years. But how do I freaking get out of this stupid bill, dude? Maybe Carol knows how to get out of the account. Yeah, KAR. I know I'm on mute for everybody that's about to yell at me that I'm on mute. Hold on one second. Freaking ADT keeps hitting me, and so I'm trying to freaking figure them out, what to do there.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
We have to.
Hey, baby, you're not on mute right now.
Oh, could you put me on?
All right, guys. So yeah, let me know what you think. We got the SPY dipping down a little bit. Are you going to be buying this dip right now? Let me know. Are you buying this dip? Let me know. I think it's a good answer, a good question to ask. Let me know if you're buying this dip, guys. All right, guys. So the market is pulling back a little bit. Let me know if you're buying this dip right now. Yeah, that's why I had to tell her. Yeah, that's why I had to tell her you're not muted. But I muted it in time after that. So I hope you're doing well as well, Cannon. Hope you're doing good, brother. Good to see you here, man. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, freaking ADT, man. Like, we moved away from this house.
I'm trying to.
All right, guys. So here, let me know if you're buying the dip. It looks like the market's rebounding a little bit. No, but I ever hardly buy. I can't. I'm driving. Hey, well, good luck, guys. Let me know if you're buying the dip. Are you? All right, guys. Sorry, I'm not buying SPY. Yes, Sophia says no. Are you buying the crypto dip? There's a crypto dip as well. Let me know what you guys are buying right now. There's a crypto dip. Should we short? I don't know, man. If most says yes to buying, should we short? Are you trading futures on the SPY? Maybe today we'll trade some crypto or some E-mini. All right. Love you. Bye. Sheesh, man. No trades for me yet. It's not a dip. It will dip more next week. Well, honestly, this is a dip right now, down to 342s. Dip is relative. So right now we have a dip down to 342s. I think that's interesting. Interesting enough. And again, let me know. Kind of curious to see what Coinbase does. Yeah, exactly. One if CRY will run. If I say, but yeah, short what? Well, you can short the SPY. Yeah, I'm a day trader, guys. I'm very short term. What's the crypto market doing? Is crypto market still running? Yeah, Bitcoin up to 39.5K. Almost hit 40K. Let me know what you guys think here. Yeah, Bitcoin almost hit 40K. It's at 39.6 now, 39.5. SPY and the Cube are still dipping some here. Yeah, I made this post on Twitter, and I'll say it again, man. If I hear one more person blame being wrong on freaking manipulation, I'm going to snap. Like, oh, man, there's so many egos floating around in trading. Like, they act like the market's purely sensical. In fact, in a healthy market, it's not sensical. It's unpredictable. That's the whole point of it. But the reality of it is, betting that the market was going to keep dropping yesterday, in my opinion, wasn't sensical. And I think most people did that. Like I said yesterday, I bought the dip yesterday. A lot of people told me I was crazy. But the reality of it is, look how big the market dropped. Like, the market dropped huge after this news. So it's not like there's a lot of people right now. And I do want to make this very clear. There's a lot of people right now that are trying to claim that the market did not drop yesterday on this news. There's a lot of people claiming that the market did not drop yesterday on this Russia-Ukrainian news. They're acting like it just didn't make any sense and that the market didn't drop at all on war news and instead went up. That is obviously not true. This is the drop from the Ukraine news. This whole thing right here is the market reacting to that Ukrainian conflict. This entire thing right here. And so people acting like the market just went up and it didn't make any sense. It doesn't. I think that doesn't make sense because, again, the market 100% dropped. Just in the stock market, the reactions generally come early. The reactions generally come baked in. By the time the news really happens, the real catalyst happens, most people are already baked into the market. Most people are already selling. They have already sold, and so, again, like I really reinstated multiple times yesterday, it's not about the market going up on war news. It's about the market had already gone down on that news, and it was extended on the downside by that point in time. And so what happens yesterday? We get a rebound because we were so extended already from the market baking in the drop from that Ukrainian news. And so it made perfect sense. I talked about it yesterday before the rebound and why, and it's one of those things that you really got to understand. Like, the market reacts early. It's not going to react. It's not like yesterday was the first time we heard about any type of Ukrainian-Russian conflict. Yesterday wasn't the first time we heard about that. We had been hearing about that for weeks prior. to yesterday. And so sure, yesterday might have been the cherry on top, but even after that, we reacted so much from that. We dropped from freaking 340s all the way down to almost $300 in the queue. And so with that in mind, it's natural for people to start buying that up. And that's what we got yesterday. And I think that's what I'm really trying to state. Again, a lot of people say manipulation and all this stuff, but it's like, no, like the market, it just was already baked into the move. Yeah. Right. Well, no, I mean, that's honestly, I said the same thing yesterday as well, Nate, or 7, 8, 9. I said the same thing yesterday. I said the question is not what things are happening right now. I said the question on whether the market will rebound is not what just happened. It's how much worse is it going to be? And I told people yesterday I didn't think it was going to be that much worse. And so with that, understandable to take a dip buy, and we got the rebound from it. And so that's precisely what I'm saying here is that how much worse do you think it's actually going to get? And again, we bought the dip yesterday. We were very open about it. And, we'll see what happens. What I said specifically yesterday, this is exactly what I said. Or this is the exact thesis that I had yesterday. I said that I think there's more upside than down. I think that whenever these big type of emotional moves like this happen, where we get these big drops in the market, generally, regardless of what the catalyst is for that drop, whether the drop is from, earnings or, overseas tensions, whatever it's from, right? Generally, when we see a drop this big, we're going to get a rebound at the open. Usually, not always, nothing is 100%, but generally we're going to get a rebound in those situations. And I think that we might eventually come back down. I think it's possible that we come back down. And I said this yesterday. I said, I think we might get a big rip up and then we might correct and come back down later on. But who knows when that later on is ultimately going to be, is what I meant. You know what I mean? We don't know when that is going to be. I think we might still come back down, to be honest. But who knows when that's going to be? And I think we got to just wait and react to that when it happens and not try to predict it too much. Yeah. And I don't know. I guess I've never been one of the doom and gloom guys. I've always been one of the people that looks at something like this and says, "Ooh, stocks are cheap. I'm buying this up." I've never been the whole doom and gloom. I'm going to try to predict exactly when the economic collapse of the market is going to be. I don't think that's an easy thing to predict. And I think there's so many nuances behind that type of huge collapse that it's an unlikely prediction, and I think it might happen, but I would rather take high probability, high risk reward trades because I think there's more upside and down than down in these situations, as I said yesterday. But the beautiful thing about the stock market is that we can all agree, or we can't all agree, and that's fine. Like I said in the beginning of that video that I posted on TikTok and I posted it on Twitter, you shouldn't be mad at me for having these views. If you're mad at me in any way from what I'm saying here, you're simply emotional about your own mistakes, your own wrong predictions, your own whatever. But it's not something you should ever get mad at anybody for, anyways. Well, what I mean by doom and gloom is that you get a lot of people that are trying to basically predict the collapse of the economy and market. They're trying to predict a crash, like a crash. And I think that's an incredibly hard thing to predict. And I think that predicting the exact time or date of that happening is extremely low probability. And so, I think people get this picture in their head of, maybe I think some of it might be politically motivated. Like people have their own political affiliations, and that might influence, which direction they want the market to go. Either side, not even. I'm staying neutral in that regard, but either side. But I think that kind of motivates people to be like, yeah, the market's going to crash. The market's going to drop. I think the market's going to crash. And maybe they buy put options, and that influences what they want to happen with confirmation bias. And maybe they buy call options, and that influences what they want to happen with confirmation bias. Who knows? But in the end, I think the broader picture that I'm trying to show here is that you got to look at extension. And you got to look at what's potentially already baked into the market beforehand. And I'm not attacking anybody here. If anybody acts like I am, again, they're probably just emotional about their own wrong predictions. But it's all love here. Like, I'm not attacking anybody. I just think that traders have to take all of those things into account. And I don't know if traders necessarily do that a lot of the time. Don't even talk about the Rams play. I don't even want to hear the Rams, bro. I'm heartbroken. Honestly, do not have a good guess as to whether or not the SPY will end above or below opening price. Any thoughts? Seems like the news to come in the next couple hours could have it go either way. Yeah, I definitely think it's, regardless of which direction, it's a risky play to pick either side. And I think you need to take the appropriate share size, regardless of which side or bias you have with this current market. Again, in terms of extension, we got to kind of zoom out. When in doubt, you zoom out. And I think that's what we got to do here. So let's zoom out. Let's look at a daily chart. Now, 320 is a big level. But the market is down so much already that I think people understand that regardless of these Russian-Ukrainian tensions, that we're already pretty extended on the downside. And I think that's where a lot of this bounce came from. If you look at where the major support is on this chart, 320 is one that we talked about yesterday, and 320 held up. 320 held up. We dropped right down to 320 and bounced directly off of that. And so 320 did hold, and we're back up to 340 now, and the market's looking much better. CEI back over 70 cents, or right around 70 cents now. But 320 is a big level. 325 is a big level, I think. 306 is a big level right here. I think the biggest of all of them that is somewhat close to us is 300. 300, massive level that a lot of traders are going to be paying attention to. Another one is 350 right here. 350 is a little bit closer to us now. 350 is right here. And so I think 350 on the SPY is relevant as well. And, time will tell. We'll have to wait and, see what happens here. But who knows? And again, let me know what you guys think. Hey, what's up? What's up, Bo? Yeah, so I've been looking at UUU. It's mostly just sideways consolidating right now, though. It has a little bit of a flag pattern, if you guys see the flag pattern here. Here's a ascending trend. Here's the, oops, let me get this out of the way. Here is the flag. And so it's more of a triangle. I guess it has a pole. The only difference between a triangle and a flag is a pole, right? So here's the pole right here. You can see the pole right here. So we do have a flag pattern. Now, we'll see what happens. I'm not the biggest flag trader. I don't find flags work incredibly well for me personally. Now, maybe I'm wrong. If you find value in flag patterns, great. I just don't find that flags generally work well, especially not very short term. Maybe longer term, they might have some edge. But for me personally, I've just never had any value trading flags. Just not my niche of trades, if you will. But, regardless, we'll see what happens. UUU popping up now. We'll see if it continues. CYRN up to 580s. CEI popping over 70, so that looks good. QQQ down. CI reversal. Yeah, no specific direction. I kind of agree with you there, Joel. Where like flags kind of tell you where moves might happen, but there's not really any ideal direction to take in them. They're flags are just consolidation of support and resistance, and so with that, you don't know which way it's going to break. It could break on the upside, downside. Nobody really knows. Historically speaking, sudden huge downward spikes are usually followed with a spike upwards, and then a sell-off almost immediately follows. Right, exactly, and that's exactly what I said yesterday, Anthony. Is that generally when we get huge drops like yesterday, we're going to get a rebound, in the next day, usually. And that's one of the easiest and safest dip buys to get involved with, really. You know what I mean? That's just general market activity. Like, that's what it usually does. And it's one of the most profitable things to do, Yeah, Foot Locker FT. Yeah, I think the Q and SPY is most interesting right now on a 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart, because we got this pop up. We got these big levels right here. So you got these all the support levels right here at 341s, and we're trying to bounce off and hold off of those support levels. And who knows if we ultimately will, but like that's what a lot of people are watching. You called yesterday correctly, John. I misjudged, and luckily I didn't trade my feelings. Yeah, for sure, bro. Like I said, man, you're not the only one, dude. Everybody talked a lot of smack to me yesterday, and it's one of the things, like, I always try to tell people this, and this is the reality of it, right? Is that you never know what something's going to do, and so if in the end, nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody does. And so acting like somebody's thesis is wrong prior to it actually happening, you got to just tread, you got to tiptoe in that regard. You don't want to be like, yeah, you're obviously wrong, because then stuff like yesterday can happen where I was right. And a lot of people said I was crazy. They said it didn't make sense. They said I was a nut for doing it. And sometimes, that's when you should be buying it. Warren Buffett, better to be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. Really overused quote in the market, but I think the point stays pretty firm there in that regard. Shoe scalpers, yeah. Tony was making money, or Tony was interested in that. You just got to know the game. There's so many fakes. The fakes are getting really good, and I don't know enough about sneakers to get involved with it. I think if you're gonna sell sneakers, you got to really know what you're doing, and I don't in the sneaker market, man. The only sneakers I really like are Air Maxes. Like I used to always wear Air Maxes, and that's basically it. But that's the extent of my sneaker experience. So it's a slow market right now, guys. See if the SPY bounces. CEI back. UUU kind of breaking out of this trend that it was in. I mean, we could go like this now, but it's not as accurate, I don't think. Or maybe we could go like this. That's probably, it's a wedge at this point in time. So we got an ascending wedge is what this is called. You got the ascending trend line down here. And we'll see what happens. Dude, I know my computer. I need to get a new. My computer starts to sound like a freaking rocket ship, bro. Hey, what's up, Miguel? I think we'll see a correction this morning. 10 minutes to short the universe. Hey, we'll see, man. Oh my gosh, bro. Dude. DraftKings. It will fill the gap today in DraftKings. My computer would stop acting like a freaking spaceship. Fill the gap where? On the downside? You think it'll drop? You think so? Basically, you're saying we think DraftKings is going to reverse today on the downside. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one, man. Bitcoin pulling back to 39K. CEI starting to edge closer to potentially end green today. We'll see if it will. See if the SPY bounces. Good morning, John. If you had to pick one stock to invest 1K in and couldn't touch it for 5 years, what would it be? Disney. What do you guys think? If you had to pick one stock to buy and hold for 5 years minimum without touching it, what would it be? Again, mine is Disney. I'd probably pick Disney. What do you guys think? Apple? Yeah, Apple is number 2 for sure. I thought about Apple, but Disney I think is big. I think Apple, in terms of like trends with phones, it's a little bit more vulnerable, but I think Apple's going to be fine, of course. Long term, Apple's great. Maybe Apple, Disney, whatever. They're all fine. But I think I'd pick Disney over Apple relative to the current price, growth opportunity, and reward potential. I think Disney's a little bit better than Apple relative to where it's currently at, especially over the last year. So that's my take. Yeah, Disney owns everything. I think a lot of people don't like Disney, but you know, Disney owns everything, bro. And so I think Disney will be fine. Yeah, I think Disney is gonna grow crazy. Yeah, I think Disney is gonna be very large relative to where it's at now. You know. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. Sorry, I'm talking to Carol right now about some stuff. Whew. TOS being freaking ridiculous, man. Spread. Coinbase popping at 138, 183s. Nobody's in trouble. Carol needs my help with something. Yeah, I mean, Beach had a really good due diligence video for Disney, but I've been very bullish in Disney for the last few years. Disney's one of my favorite long terms, just because I think Disney owns everything. I think they own. I think Disney has acquired and diversified enough in media to where they are a very safe bet long term. You know, and I honestly like Disney short term too. I think Disney was fine short term, but everybody's a little bit different. But I think considering how many media assets Disney has acquired over the last 10 to 15, 20 years, I think Disney is set itself up to succeed very profitably long term. You know, and who knows? But that's my take on it. Let me know what you think about Disney. Here, hold on. Or Carol's here. She's gonna hold it down while I get Rosie in the car. So yeah, hang out with Carol. You know, if the opening bell happens, just cover it. Here we go. We gotta hurry.
All right.
Here, come on,
Hey
Rosie,
guys.
baby. Come on.
Sorry. Sorry about that. Since we're traveling, we got to bring Rosie over to my mom's. So, how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Morning. Hey Joel, how you doing? Chris said Walt Disney wasn't the nicest guy in the world, but that never tarnished the company. That's not to say something the global view disagrees. Wait. Chat's moving and I'll lose the comment. Oh, here. That's how it's scroll. That's not to say something the global view disagrees with can most certainly hurt Disney big time. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's the first time we went right before the pandemic, and it was great. I mean, there wasn't tons of people there, but what stock would I buy and hold for 3 years? I don't know. I mean, I think electric cars are kind of the way the future is going. And so, I don't know. I know they say Tesla but I don't know. We'll see. Hit the buy on Lulu. I know, man. I wish I could. Really, I just want to go to the store. I just want to, you know. Let's look at Lulu real quick. Let's see what it's doing. It's up? Or no, it's... Well, it's right at where the closing was yesterday. Let's see. Wow. Seems like everyone took a hit yesterday. I know. I'm so ready for that warm weather, Larry. I can't even tell you. It's been cold here. It's been cold and wet. It's not fun. Perfect timing as the cold just came back down. It's been cold here. Yeah, Lulu is... It seems like everyone kind of took a hit yesterday, though, huh? Oh, opening bell. Happy trading. I was reading an article about the global supply-demand issues when compared to mining capabilities, age of worker population, and more, showed EV, electric vehicle market, was going to hurt soon. Yeah, I know that there's something about the batteries for these vehicles that they have to mine them. They have to mine a lot of these elements that they use. Yeah, I'm ready for Disney, man. I'm so excited. 80, so get ready. Yeah, that's what I saw. I'm packing shorts and t-shirts. Okay, let's see. IMPP. Is this it? IMPP.
All right.
You got it.
Just make sure the bag is closed.
Yeah. All right, you guys. You said bye to Rosie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am feeling better. Thanks for asking. They asked if I was going to buy stock over for the next 3 years. What would I buy? And I kind of said, well, it seems like electric vehicles are the way the world's going. You know?
That's probably a pretty good move.
But someone brought up about the mining, how, that they have to mine a lot of these elements.
Yeah, but with how efficient it is, they're going to get better at that. They're going to get more efficient.
Yeah.
I think, at least. All right, love you.
All right, I love you.
All right. She's in the vehicle. All right, guys. So how's the market doing right now? Q down. Y'all are freaking looking at Lulu, of course y'all are. All right, there goes CEI. CEI is at 72.5 cents. All right, so we're scalping the SPY right now. $10 shares left. Cover. 5 shares left. cover. AMC down to 17s. We got Snap in the books. Market flying up. Apple just got destroyed. Not destroyed, but like Apple just got beat up. I think that's weighing on the Q. CYRN starting to test green highs up here. All right, so we're scalping the Q right now. Five shares left. Q. Cover into that. We'll find some more volatility, but volatility is good. Nice green morning so far. We buy 15 shares of the Q on the pullback. CYRN pushing up. Add a little bit more to this dip for the Q. We're in 20 shares now. See if we get a quick rebound pop, and if not, we'll cut it. Q was in a U-shaped breakout style pattern. CYRN is up there to 650s. Break even on the Q. See what we get. SPY still ripping nice. All right, we're going to cut the Q. Too big of a drop. We'll have to wait now. Apple rejecting off of that previous closing price is what I think reject the Q here. But I think it'll probably come back with Apple, but Q is really dumping here. Lost a little bit on the SPY too, but we'll wait. Small. I'll break even on the day now. Coinbase is dumping down. I'm assuming crypto must be falling as well, right? No, not really. CEI just dumped down to 70 cents. Shorting Apple. Cover. Huge profit taking in CYRN. Looks like somebody just unloaded shares. Here's a QQQ. Neutral weak pattern. If I short this, it's got to be small. Like 10 shares. It is Friday, guys, so y'all be very careful in terms of market activity today. All right. It is Friday. We're going to add to this pop 20 shares in the queue. We're going to cover it quickly on the drop. Cover, add to this pop again, cover into the drop. SPY popping back up, so we're going to get ready to cover into this if we can't hold over 340. All right, there's a flush. SPY ripping up. We're going to have to cover into this one, which is fine. Slide down on the trade. We're actually in the SPY long. I was kind of hedging it. But right now, we just need to wait for a trend. The SPY is acting a little bit better than the Q. I think a lot of it's basing it off of like what Apple is doing here. Apple and some other tech companies. Like here's Apple, for instance, had a pretty nasty drop day at the open. CYRN back over VWAP. CEI still struggling. I like this upwick, so I'm going to short into this upwick in the market right now. On the Q at least. And we're not going to push too hard today. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It doesn't, you know. We're not going to force things too heavily in this market, to be honest. Whoa. There we go. Yeah. Y'all just remember to trade small. There's no need to trade crazy big in this market with the kind of volatility we're getting. Unnecessary, I think. Shorting a little bit into Apple. If y'all want to see this short. There we go. Q gave me my money back, which is nice. Thank you, Q. Apple also. We're going to cover part of that, a little piece of it. We'll cover at the bottom of the Q here and lock in profits like we should have done last time. And then we're still riding Apple down. Took most of it, holding 10 shares left. We'll see what the rest of the market gives us here. Cover into the Apple trade. All right, so that's not bad. We'll look for a little pop up in Apple. SPY probably going to turn around. Q is leading it slightly. All right, we got a little pop in Apple. We're going to start in with 10 shares and then add up to 162.50 on the pop. Maybe do the same thing on the Q, but I think we missed it, so we're only in with 10 shares of the Q. Apple is very quickly going in my direction, and so we're going to take a little bit off and kind of rinse and repeat this type of strategy here. Cover to the SPY. We'll see if we can ride the Q down. SPY starting to really turn here. We're going to cover this so we can actually lock in some profit on those two trades. All right, here goes Apple again. We're going to short back into this pop again, just like the last one, and keep doing this until it basically fails. Get a little bit more, get 20. Should have held Q, but it's all right. I did short the SPY, which is nice. Made about $5, $6. All right, we're gonna lock in some profit here on Apple again and wait for another similar thing. But I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I've been doing this so long. You got a lot of traders that are copying me that are now streaming on YouTube that are doing this exact same thing, you know. All right, we're going to add a little bit more into Apple here. Here's a big bounce in the Q. We're going to short into this now. And Apple as well with 20 shares. See if we get a quick flush in the Q. We'll take a little bit off here. Lock in profit. Apple will do a very similar thing. Lock in profit. Hold very small positions in case we keep driving down. Riding the breakdown in Apple. Covered in Apple. We might add some more on a pop back up. Q, we're going to get out the rest of this break even. Hopefully we get a flush though. CYRN running nicely too. All right, we're going to cover that. Nice, Earl. All right, here's Apple with a larger pop. We're going to short small and start small because this is a little bit more risky of a pop to short into. Same thing with the Q, but it is looking pretty high up there. So we can start very small and then add on the way up to 340s. This will be our final position for the Q because it looks like this one is just going quickly against us in both of these. Still up very nicely. We're going to get out of Apple there. We're going to hold the Q a little bit longer. Give ourselves a risk level here of this. SPY rebounded very quickly here too. So still got our profit from this. And I hope you guys can see it's kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's like we make money, we lose small. We make money, we lose small. We make money, we lose small. And that's how you build up cushions. We're going to get out here and just reset. What else is moving? I know somebody mentioned DraftKings, thought it would fill the gap today, and it looks like it is. It really looks like it's following. It looks like it's following the market, but yeah. Maybe I should have held that short to my level. Look at that tap. So it never even broke my risk. I think I just got scared out a little bit early here, but that's okay. We'll jump back in it now that that risk is confirmed. 10 shares, small. Catching Apple with another short here. Again, using that kind of 2 steps forward, 1 step back mentality, we're able to capitalize on most of these big moves in the market. Cover there. The Q is the only one that's given me some trouble in terms of trend today, but We're not going to let this one run too much from us. We're mostly attacking Apple's weak trend. We're going to cover here and just wait. Yep, glad we got out of the queue. What is AMD doing today? SPY bouncing. The SPY is very sideways. AMD is sideways with it, but there's some other stocks that aren't so sideways, like Apple, that you can capitalize on, and that's what we've been doing most of the day today. Really is going to depend on what the SPY does and the Q and everything here. AMD breaking highs though, so AMD might start to end green. AMD starting to run. Q starting to run. SPY starting to run. So, yeah, we'll see what we get. Nice. We shorted Apple, or we shorted, what is this? We shorted Apple again, is what we shorted. Because it's not really trending with the market today. So we're holding 7 shares left because we've already made a little bit from it, but not really trending with the market. So we're going to cover there and then maybe add on another pop bounce. Start scaling up in Apple maybe if we can, but there's another little small pop bounce. We're going to add to it there. Wait till it bounces up to 162. Add a little bit there. We'll start to take a swing here on Apple now. Risky because the market is in a really neutral level now, but we're going to start to add into this position. Try to get in with like 40 shares and take our swing. There we go. We're at 40. Maybe 50 shares is what we'll go with. That way I can use 25 share increments. One more position. All right, there's 50 shares. Now we can use 25 share increments and figure out what we want to do here. Obviously, we want to see Apple drop. We're slightly break even now. But if I could take a quick profit here, there we go. We're going to take profit there. We're going to let the other 25 shares ride down on a hopeful breakdown here. Maybe not. Taking that profit protects us completely in the trade, though, because no matter what, it's probably not going to be a losing trade anymore. There, we just want to flush breakdown here for... There we go. Take a little bit more off there for Apple. Ride the flush. There's the flush. Just go ahead and cover there. We made $50 on Apple alone. Market got a flush down, which we were able to capitalize on. Market dumping here under the VWAP. So what about Facebook? What's Facebook doing today, man? Facebook ripped. Surprising. Q is interesting. If Q gets a pop up here, we might short into it, but we might not have time to be honest here at this point. Short here. We'll let our 10 shares do its thing right now. All right, so we got a little bit of a pop here. Q rejecting, so we're just in with 10 shares here. All right, we're taking a really nice short on Apple now. We kind of scaled up into this short. 50 shares left. But there we go. We kind of scaled up into this short to take a nice swing, betting that the market is going to continue. So we got 25 shares left. We're letting Apple break down here. Computer is frozen right now, which it looks to be in my favor, but $10 shares left, riding the breakdown. QQQ trade's working out too. We're gonna let that ride. Dude, come on, man. Weird. Cover a little bit into this one. Still holding these 10 shares. We're consolidating too long, so I'm just going to get out of that Apple trade. Riding the breakdown here with the Q. Cover into that. All right, so we've had a really nice green day and on a Friday, mostly because we didn't stick to just the SPY. We started attacking the Q, which has been a little bit more favorable. Man, Apple continued the dip. I mean, you should never be trying to short something to zero, RSID or whatever your name was. I can't remember. But you should never short something to zero. That's just not a smart trade. We're shorting the SPY right now. Kind of covering. Maybe we'll add back on a bounce. And I'm going to short into the SPY a little bit more. We're adding another 10 shares into it. Cover. Just that's a very small trade. Cover. cover. So, all right. Well, very nice profitable day, man. I've got to be running like, I don't know what I'm running, but I'm running very high accuracy at this point in time. CEI still struggling to come up. I hear a lot of people talking about but it's at 360s right now. I don't know how I feel about that, bro. You know, I'm gonna short back into this this SPY bounce. Definitely didn't want 5 shares. I wanted 25 shares. We'll take another little swing here into the cushion we have on the day. Didn't get to add the cushion. We were about to take another swing. Oh, that hurts, dude. I was about to scale really deep into this, but it's all good. We're going to cover to that drop. But, dude, that sucks. I was just about to trade like 50 plus shares of the SPY on this drop and would have killed it on that one, man. But it's all good. You know, we're up about $70 today. So, you know, we're green, but ugh, hurts. And I know I got scared out of my short this morning, but remember what I told you guys today. I told you guys I thought the market would probably drop today and correct a little bit, you know. Yeah, UUU is just very slow. CYR in the sideways. CEI just didn't do anything, unfortunately, for you guys. So, yeah, we'll see. Here's the SPY popping up small. Short into this pop. 25 shares. Cover, lock in profit. Cover again, lock in profit. Attacking the Q in a very similar way. Cover. So what kind of other opportunities we get, but we're up almost 100 today. How you guys doing today? Green or red? Green or red? I know a lot of people are going to be red because the market just tanked, but green or red today, guys? Let me know. Oof, man, we are making some money shorting the SPY again. $25 shares left. Dude, what? Dude, freaking market orders, bro. Unbelievable. I lost money on this trade somehow with market orders, dude. I actually, stupid. It's all right. All right, we're gonna cover here and maybe reset somewhere else. But we're doing pretty good today. I'll say that, you know. Attacking the Q again. All right, TOS acting starting to get a little bit weird with me. Holding 10 shares of the Q now. Cover. All right, let me catch back up on chat. Sorry, I've been kind of in the zone trading a little bit. All right, well, nice, Sir Sticky. Green is good, bro. Green is good, man. Yeah, Larry. Larry says 40 years of doing this, but I like John. I enjoy his honesty and stream. He gets stressed a lot, but is young. My stress days behind me. John having a very good day. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not even that. It's not even that. Like, I don't think it has to do with age necessarily there, Larry. I think what it has to do with is like running this stream is incredibly stressful. Incredibly stressful. Having hundreds of people watching you do everything, you know, analyzing your mistakes, you know, arguing with you about who's right. There's a lot, and it gets stressful, you know, for sure. But I am very blessed to have this community, and I appreciate this community. I think we got a good group of traders here. And, you know, like I said, my main thing is just to be honest with people, man. Like, I just want to be honest with people. You know, I don't want to be a sleazy guru out here selling courses like everybody else. I would rather have a smaller following like I do and grow slower and be real with people than mislead people to, you know, try to gain money, you know. And somewhere along the lines, it became cool to mislead people, you know, and they call it marketing, but like a lot of it is just scammy, you know what I mean? And so I would rather just be real with people about it and, you know, let them make their own, you know, educated decisions in that regard. You know what I mean? We'll see, but I would rather just be true to myself and sleep good at night, you know, but not everybody's like that, of course. And we're gonna short a little bit into the Q here. I like this rebound. But again, my big gimmick, if you will, is like I just want to give people things for free. I don't want to sell a course or a service or claim to be an expert or claim to be a guru. You know, John, you're cool. Just chill. You enjoy the challenge. Oh, 100%, dude. Yeah, for sure. Love the challenge, bro. All right, so we're in 10 shares of the Q. We'll see what happens. But, could be worse. But anyways, you know, if you haven't already, guys, I do request that you guys just tap the subscribe button. You know, we do this live every day for free right here. So, you know, we don't sell a course. We don't sell a service. We don't claim to be experts. We don't claim to be gurus or charge obscene fees for teaching people. We just kind of give everything away for free. Don't claim to be an expert. Don't claim to be a guru. Don't charge for anything ever. So if you appreciate that, hit the subscribe button. I definitely appreciate you guys. Probably going to have to cut our Q trade here. You know, we took a small little loss on the SPY too, but it was like $5, so all good. Also, if you do want to help support us, guys, there's a lot of different ways to do it. The first way is check out BitGet. BitGet, really dope crypto platform. Super useful crypto platform and really versatile. Number one is that you can invest. So you can invest in XRP, EOS, CST, TRX, Chainlink, OMG, Matic, you know, Mana. You know, I can go to USDT and go to Metaverse and see all the Metaverse stocks, which are ripping up today. So you can invest in crypto on BitGet. Verified for US users. You can use them if you're in the US. You can also trade crypto futures. And so if you don't think Bitcoin's going to go up from here, you can go short in Bitcoin or go long in Bitcoin on any of these currencies. And with Bitcoin, you can get up to 125 times leverage. So if you're a good crypto trader, you can capitalize on that leverage. You can also get yourself in trouble with that leverage. So just be careful. And again, you can use them if you're in the US. Also, I think most people are going to use their copy trading. You know, copy trading, really, really dope, super useful. And, you know, there's a lot of really powerful, profitable traders on this platform that are using their copy trading. You know, there's some really legit traders. Let's find some here if you want. You know, just a lot of really powerful traders that are making some money. And so, you know, we can show you guys. Let's try to find somebody. Look at this guy, Goldman, 80% accuracy. He's up about $1,200. In the last 3 weeks, he's made about 359% ROI. You know, we got Candy Woo, 90% accuracy. And if you look at these, You go to copy trades. You want to make sure they're not sitting on a bunch of losses, which this person is not. This person has been here for over 2 months now. And look at this guy's trades. Green. Look at this list. 100%, 100%, 200%, 93, 96%, 100%, 61%. And I can keep scrolling back. And they got a few losses here, but like pretty impressive. And they've been here for months now. And so you can copy them trade for trade. This is how you do it. You go to follow, and I can go to follow mode, and I can change it to multiplier. And then I can say, okay, if I want to trade smaller size than them, I go to smaller size. I can take 0.5. I can take, 0.01. I can take whatever. I can take 0.01. I can take 1% of their size. I can take 4 to 1, so I can change how much size I want to take. If I want to take way bigger, I can go 4 to 1. If I want to take 50% of their size, I can go to 0.5. And if they buy 1,000, I buy 500. I can give myself stop losses. If I want to give them a stop loss ratio, I can say, hey, if they lose over 50%, cut it. Or take profit ratio. Hey, if they make 40%, cut it. Or give a maximum of $5,000 or whatever I want to use, 50,000, whatever I want to use, right? And you can do it in really dope, useful for US traders. You can also become a copy trader yourself. So if you go up here and you go to become a trader, you can be a copy trader yourself and you earn 8%. And so if you make all these people following you 100K, you get $8,000. And a lot of these guys are not trading large. You can see some of these guys are trading very small and they're using small accounts, but they're making money. Like this guy's trading, he made 20 bucks in the last 3 weeks. He still got 3 people following him. And if you look back at this guy has made 158 bucks. Some of these guys, if we go to accumulated followers or accumulated transactions, there was one for accumulated transactions. Yeah, so look at this. Some of these guys are not trading huge. Look, this guy made $90 in the last 3 weeks, but he's running 92% win rate in the last 3 weeks, and he's got 44 people following him with a small account. And so you can make money with a small account. Depositing is super easy. You just got to buy crypto. And if you want to deposit Bitcoin, you can buy Bitcoin. If you want to deposit USDT, which I think is the cheapest, you can use Visa, MasterCard, Google Pay, Apple Pay. And you can use them if you're in the US. You can get KYC verified if you're in the US, which is rare for these future platforms. So they're based in Singapore, which is one of the best states to operate a platform like this. And just really dope, super useful. They're ranked up there in the top 10 in futures crypto trading platforms. And so if you want to check them out, here's the link. They are a sponsor of our video. And so great way to help support your boy here is checking out BitGet. Here's the link. Definitely appreciate it. Also, guys, another way that people are going to find value, I think, is by checking out TopStep. TopStep funds traders in futures. So TopStep gives you a demo, and you can see, like, if we look at the QQQ, something I traded heavily today with my scalping setups, and we look at, like, the E-mini, which is /ES, it does the exact same thing. Look at this, and then look at this. It's the same thing. And there's no PDT rule in futures. So if you trade the E-mini, there's no PDT rule. You can day trade short, no PDT rule. And TopStep funds traders in these markets. So they give you a demo. If you can hit their target while following their rules, then they fund you. Base one's $50K. If you hit $3,000, I think is the profit target with a $50K demo without hitting their max loss, they fund you $50K with an 80% profit split. So if you make $10,000 from that funded account, you get $8K, they get $2K. So it can be very profitable. You can also keep 100% of your first withdrawal. And this company's regulated and located in the US, and they pay out millions every year to their funded traders and withdrawals, and they fund thousands of traders a year. It's a really dope really dope futures trading platform. And I think a lot of traders are going to be able to use the same scalping setups as me in the futures market. And you can see this link here. I can't guarantee you're going to make money, but I think it's a good option if you want to trade the same scalping setups as me, but you might not have 30K like I do. Check it out. Also, check out Benzinga. And I try to keep all these plugs to the very end of the stream. Obviously, when we're not selling a course or a service myself, we're going to subsidize the channel with affiliate links because, frankly, I'm doing this to make money, and everybody else is as well. If they tell you they're not, they're lying to you. And so if you want to check this out, here's the link. Check it out, Benzinga. Benzinga is super useful. You can identify a lot of these big moving stocks in the market without even needing a credit card. You can try them out for free for 2 weeks without even needing a credit card number. And so check out the link. We're going to short QQQ right there. I see you, Joel. Yeah, for sure. All right, so we're shorting the Q again. Man, dude, we are spot on with our trades today. We're going to cover that. A little baby trade, but hey, we're going to cover that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close it down, guys. Listen, love you all. Very profitable day. We're up almost $100. We're up like 93 bucks. So we'll take it. Good luck. Love you all. And yeah, green, very profitable green day to end the week. So profitable week. Nice week. We'll take it. Good luck. Yeah, holler at me, guys, if you're in Orlando. You know, holler at me. I know we got some Orlando people here, so good luck. Love you all. Hit the subscribe button. Go sub to Beginner Crypto as well. Here's the Beginner Crypto link. I'd appreciate it if you guys go sub to this. You know, great crypto channel. Trying to grow it now. So if you haven't already, hit the sub button on BT Crypto. I definitely appreciate it. Go follow me on Twitter at Beginner Trades. And if you want to see my profile here too, I'll show it to you. At Beginner Trades is my crypto handle, or my channel handle. So sub to me there. And love you all. Good luck. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Or maybe not tomorrow. We'll see you guys sometime. Later, guys.